Hi guys, Agrippa Maxeni is here doing a tutorial on actually something that was requested by a user, which I really appreciate. If anybody's got any ideas for tutorials, always ask me. I ended up pulling up one of my favorite rulers. I actually made this guy, or I should say I worked him up and created basically this awesome Sultan of Egypt, Yared the Great. But basically one of the bigger, wow, oh, sorry about that, guys. One of the bigger problems that a lot of my friends have faced when they play Muslim rulers is the decadence aspect. Basically, the way decadence works is that essentially, as you guys know, the Muslim culture, even to this day, has a lot of rules. One of those rules being, you can't drink alcohol, you can't marry out. Well, you can have many wives, but you can't, have relations outside of your marriage, stuff like this. And as you would probably imagine, a lot of the Muslim rulers, the imams and stuff like that, much like the Christian rulers, would very often indulge in things that they probably shouldn't have. What happens in this case with Muslim rulers is up here where this little grapevine is, and I hope you guys, people said they can't see the cursor. Please tell me if you're seeing this little mouse cursor. It looks like a gloved hand, and right here is the decadence meter. Now, as you can see, I'm actually gaining decadence a bit, but the way that you lose decadence is you want to make sure that your family members are not decadent to begin with. That is to say, they don't have traits which are unappeasing to the head imam, which is actually the caliph. And in this case, we can already see that my Prince Sahil, my uncle, is somebody that is quite decadent. He's adding plus 03 decadence to my dynasty. So just as an example, if you want to get rid of Prince Sahil, we'll go here to the actual intrigue panel, or the diplomacy panel, I should say. We can actually go ahead and imprison him. And as you guys can see, this is something very interesting I want to show you guys about the Muslim culture, just the Muslim dynasties at this time. It was quite common for family members to kill one another, and there was not as much repercussion as there was in the Christian kingdoms. So as you can see, I don't get any tyrannical rating with my vassals. They don't hate me. I don't get a negative 40. I'm just going to go ahead and try to arrest him. So we're going to go ahead and try to imprison him. He's now in my dungeon. We're going to go ahead to my dungeon. You can do with him what you will. Once he's in your dungeon, he's no longer decadent. And as you can see, I have quite a lot of other family members here. Or actually, I only have two other family members here, I'm sorry, that were decadent, and I put in prison. And the whole thing is just keep them in jail or kill them if you have to. You can kill them pretty easily. The imprisonment rating for Muslims is much higher. The chance of getting them is much higher. And again, as you can see, I have a lot of children. Once you actually become a ruler, so once Prince Agathos here becomes the ruler of this particular sultanate, you may have to kill your brothers because they will bring your decadence up tremendously. They're going to want their own emirates. They're going to do this and that, etc. There's one other way, and this is probably the most effective way if you can afford it, to get rid of decadence, and that is to merely give someone a county. So, for instance, we don't have an example here. I don't actually have any decadent relatives. That's why my decadence is at 2%. But let's say I had a relative here, okay? I could actually right-click on him, and if I had a county to give him, I could give him that county, and that would get rid of the decadence rating right away. I don't know why that is. Maybe because since he's in a position of power, his negative traits don't really matter as much anymore. But a lot of the times you'll get negative relatives that have extremely high ratings. For instance, emirs, sheikhs, and you're going to have to kill them, imprison them, kill them, do it the legal way. And the legal way is imprison them and kill them. There's no need to waste an assassination when you're playing as a Muslim ruler. And honestly, I think the Muslims are probably one of my favorite religions to play. Really, really great in terms of battle, and honestly, really good in terms of actually keeping the realm together, as long as you can manage to keep those vassals in line. And it's a lot easier to do that as a Muslim because you can imprison just about anybody without any repercussions. So thanks so much for watching this, guys. I hope this answers the question of Muslim decadence in Crusader Kings 2, and I really hope you guys take a chance and go play some Muslim leaders. Start as an emir and see if you've got the skill to win. Thanks so much.